Hello myself and everybody else, this is video 41. So far for this video, just going to show off the tutorial for story 5 and show what the characters can do. So far starting off, I'm going to go ahead and just run through it with keyboard and mouse, then I'll do it again with the controller so you can just see how both things work. For this, starting off, is the male calf and it's showing how to do the dash, just holding enter space to break through things. Also use the dash to defeat enemies, as well as you can also use it to clear distances and stuff like that too, like pits. So use it for things like this. Use it to get through the stage quicker, break the walls, and defeat enemies. Just to show that. This part, it shows a move you can do called the dash wave. Basically, if you hold down and hit space or enter, you create this wave that will block all projectiles. And with this, basically as I said before, you can use it to just block projectiles and just kind of move freely. So far with this, you can make more than one. You kind of spam it if you want, but it will erase the one that was made before it. And as you can see, it starts flashing and eventually it will disappear. So it's a good way to just kind of like block projectiles and just keep doing things. And as you also saw before, you can also move faster than it, so it moves pretty slow. So you have to kind of like keep up a good pace with it. This part right here, it shows that you can for a fact just spam it to kind of make it go a bit faster. You can literally just stay in here and just do this the whole time if you want. So basically when you walk a little bit ahead of it, you can just make another one. This part right here shows that if you use the dash wave and then you dash into it, you'll get a super dash, which can be used to break steel walls. Because right now dashing into it doesn't break it, doesn't do anything. But if you use this and dash into it, you go really fast and you can break through it. Has a little fire effect as you saw where you can tell you're using it. One thing about that though is if you use it, you cannot go the other direction until you either let go or until you hit a wall. But this part here, you can switch between male and female calf by using shift or alt. The male calf cannot make this jump, but the female one can, so you can see she can jump higher. She has projectiles using space or enter, which can be used to defeat enemies. She also has a move where she can charge up, and if you let go of the charge button, you do a big shot. So hold down space or enter, let go, you do a big shot. As you can see, it does more damage and it defeats enemies quicker. Here, just switch. And another thing she has is she can crawl. So if you hold down and use left or right, she can walk on all fours, which is useful because she has a double jump. So if you hold down and you hit either up twice or W twice, or you can use the shoot button, which is space or enter, and she'll double jump. Good for clearing other heights and other platforms. Another thing she can do here is if she fully charges the shot all the way up, holds down, so she crouches, and if you jump with up and then let go of the shoot button, you go up in the air as a super jump. Another thing you can do with it is if you charge a jump and then initially jump and let go of the shot, you still have an extra jump you can use. So I'll try to show it off here. So use another jump by using either up or like one of the shoot buttons after you let go of the super dash. The super jump, which can be really useful and stuff as well. Also, the other thing I can show off too, just you don't have to initially jump once it's fully charged. You can just let go of the shoot button and you go up in the air. As you saw, just with that, you didn't really make it all the way. Using the other jump to do it though, you can make it. So just showing she has multiple ways to get a lot of height. And so far, using the initial jump with the other jump is just good to get extra height so you can maximize your height. So jump, charge jump, and then double jump, get extra height. And so far, that's all I wanted to show. This next part is the stage stuff afterwards. I don't want to show this yet, but currently that is stuff I wanted to show. I'm going to go over to another room real quick and talk about something, so I'll be right back. Okay, so far just showing off the characters' moves and everything. Basically, I just wanted to talk about like some of the things that kind of just been occurring with their moves and things I'm kind of concerned about when it comes down to making this story, because the characters have a lot more moves that I've been trying to like work on, which mostly is balance. Because with this, the characters have so many moves with the dash, dash wave, the super dash, as well as the shot, the charge shot, the charge jump shot, and so far the double jump as well as the crawl. With them having a bunch of moves and stuff like that, I have to find ways to basically make it so the player has a reason to switch. As you can see in the other one, I basically use the red walls and stuff too to make you have to use the super dash. And I kind of balance that a bit by making it so once you use the super dash, you can't really turn around and stop. You keep moving in one direction until you let go or you hit a wall. With the dash wall, this one I have to just try to come up with a way to make people remember they have it and utilize it more. One concern I have is it blocks all projectiles, but one thing I really didn't specify was it doesn't block your projectiles. So basically I can use it like this. I have an alien over to the side I can just show this off on. Basically, if I make a dash wall and I can just block its shots, some people might think this blocks all projectiles, so I can't attack it, so I can't use this against it and hit it. You actually can. You can just make a dash wall, switch, and then just shoot. Switch back, make another, keep attacking. So you can combo it, switch back and forth and everything like that. It's just in the tutorial I never specified that 100%, so people may not figure that out. But again, people who play the other stories, they may figure it out, so who knows. I'm just going to try not to make that a main priority so people won't get stuck somewhere or think they can't get past something unless they know that specific thing. It would just be something that maybe give you a 1% advantage if you know, but if you don't, then you still can get through the game. So there's that. As well as I want to make sure that people use the dash wall and stuff as well, just like for basic things too. Not just only in those specific situations. So I have to come up with obstacles and stuff like that to make sure people utilize the dash wave to actually block things. Because basically you can just make one direction and just run away and just do whatever you need. Because it doesn't disappear once it goes off screen. It just takes some time, as you can see. It starts blinking and then eventually it just disappears. So I gotta come up with ways to make people want to use that, as well as come up with ways to make people want to switch between them. Because again, with her, she has good like jump height, range, has a strong like charge attack, but takes time and everything too. And I feel like I need to come up with reasons for people to want to use like both shots. But again, it might be like a Mega Man kind of thing where it just kind of depends on what you're trying to do. You want more damage, use the big one. If you just want to hit them, it depends on the iframes and stuff too. I might just be overthinking it, so there's that. Same thing with her crawl. Again, mostly used for the double jump and the super jump, but just basically for other stuff, you can really just switch to the male one and just walk, because he is the exact same height as the female calf crouch, so there might not be tons of situations for that. So I have to just come up with ways to just kind of balance it and make people need to use everything. But again, I might just be overthinking a bunch of stuff because I'm the only one testing the game out, so I kind of just have to play it by ear. Again, I might just be completely overthinking things, but just how things are. So far with bugs and stuff in the game, the only one I found that I already fixed was when you were the male calf, if you crouched and you would jump, for some reason you could infinitely jump. I just fixed that one line of code, just making it so if you're crouching, set the amount of jumps you have to like 1, so you can't keep jumping forever. But if you're the female one, you can keep jumping like twice. And beyond that, that was really it. Just been setting up enemies and obstacles and stuff like that. Currently just working on story 5. Timeline wise, it might take me a bit to get through this because this is the last story. So I want to make sure that this is one of the, well, yeah, make sure it's one of the better stories, make sure it's pretty good. So I have to make sure I kind of balance things out, make the stages difficult, not too difficult, but just challenging, the bosses more interesting, as well as also am trying to improve my skills and everything as well with Game Maker. So I have to just, you know, be more imaginative and everything. And oh yeah, there's 2 other things as well. One I'll show in a second because I have to go back through the tutorial again and show how it affects with the controller. As well as 2, something I said about balance and stuff before, I did make another enemy and stuff like that too. As you saw before, I defeated the enemy with the shield. I made another one, so basically you have to defeat it with the female calf, this one with the spikes. You run into it, you bounce back. Basically with the red one does the exact same thing, but there is something about that I won't go into now. It's just like, this would be a little like secret where if you figure it out, it'll be a useful thing, but I really won't say what it is here. So basically with this, you can just like defeat it and everything too with the female, just charge up a shot, defeat it. This one, same thing, just bounce off and everything as well. There's a specific reason they're slightly different, but again, I won't really go into that. It's just a thing where people figure it out. It'll be a nice little secret, help get through things a bit quicker. If not, doesn't break the game, doesn't change too much. Basically still do the same thing you do with both of them. Just neat little secrets and stuff I just put in the game. But so far with that, I'll just go back through the tutorial again and just show what happens if you use a controller so you can see the button layout and everything. So I'll be right back. Okay. So far, I'm going to plug in my controller. As you can see in the back with the computer and everything, it shows you the controls for the keyboard. And if I plug in the controller, you can see that it changes to the layout for controller. Again, nothing really too different because the signs and every other tutorial from stories 1 through 4 also did the same thing. But again, just thing to show, just for controller support and everything. Also, a thing I did too is an effect where if you break something and it shakes the screen, the controller will actually vibrate, so it just adds a little bit more effect. I just thought it'd be something like interesting to try. So just probably can't really tell because, you know, I'm recording, but still, just basically showing that if you use like one of the left or right buttons and stuff too, you can still dash. The bottom button and stuff to jump, which that's a thing you can just kind of like try and see. I really didn't put that in the tutorial, but again, if you play stories 1 through 4, you should know what it is. Jump to cover distance, and then just break these walls. Same thing, dash wave with down with the dash button, make the dash wave. And another thing just to show it off here again. I'm getting a little impatient just showing it off. But so far again, just while I'm just showing this and everything too. Just again, been kind of fun coming up with other moves for the characters and everything, and I'm hoping to get the story in a pretty interesting direction and all that. So I show off the super dash, just holding down super dash and dash into it to break steel walls. switch with the triggers, be the left or the right one just to switch. Just mash the left one or mash the right one to switch. Her basic shot and everything like that. And just charge shot and everything. And then after that, just the other part again, just switch. She can crawl, as you saw before, the double jump and the charge one, which I'll show again, where you can just jump again with that, just with the jump button, holding down, double jump, charge the shot. You can do it standing or crouching, doesn't really matter. Then basically just while holding down, jump, let go, and then jump again for your other jump. That's how you get the maximum height. And then just this thing here, just kind of make it so you just have to utilize a bit more. You can just stand on the ground as well and just let go and just have your other jump. And there we go for everything. Yeah, this part is an actual stage. I won't really show that off yet, but with this, the main thing is that overall I just kind of wanted to just show what the characters could do, show the tutorial, so people can just see that I am still working on the game. I didn't stop, as well as I just am still working on things like balancing some of the main mechanics and everything like that, because there are certain things I am still concerned about, like I said again, with balancing, as well as again, this is the last story for this game, so I want to make sure it's really good. So a lot of stuff I'm just taking my time on, especially like level design, bosses, things like that. And just kind of factoring in certain things too on if I should expect a player to just know how to do certain things, or if, you know, they can figure certain things out. But I will keep working on this. I can't put an exact time on when I'll be done, because again, I still have like college and everything, stuff like that too, but I will take my time with this, 'cause I want this, as I've been repeating, I want to be like better, be pretty good, challenge myself. So might be done this year, maybe next year. Not gonna rush it, just see what go down. So far, if I do another devlog on this, it will probably be to show off like the first boss. So whenever I get around to that, I'll try to make the stages first, then the bosses, then the cutscenes and thumbnails and all that. So a bunch of things like that. But so far, that's really it. So thanks for listening, and to myself and everybody else, see you in the next one.